morning. It's October 26th, Friday, and doing my second universe patron update for Valkyrie of Desire, going to the pitch point, the middle of the second act, and some short story updates, and what's going on in the Roll20 game that I'm running. I'm also going to do a little Halloween special story. So with Valkyrie of Desire, the novel that I'm writing, I'm continuing to introduce a new cast of characters for the environment that Hildur, the main character, is establishing herself in for this act. I appreciate when I read and when I play games, building, getting stakes and building something, making connections, building a network of allies and friends that matter. So I'm doing this with Hildur. I'm also allowing my players in the Roll20 game and the virtual tabletop D&D and Magic the Gathering and fantasy in general influenced game to this as well. They've recently adopted a bunch of orcs that they're imprinting. So I'm excited about this weekend's adventures with them as we tell a story together, and they get to see their adoptees, their foster orcs grow or die, fight and survive, and maybe become something that they can use and appreciate, or fear and loathe. We'll see. So this Sunday and Monday we'll be exploring that, and should also have part 2 of the Jabberwocky, which is being edited up, the short story, and that's exploring a related event in the Roll20 game, and is leads into the Halloween special story, which is about the two sides of the psyche, the light and the dark, the good and the evil. And I like to tell my son a little insight, a little moral before he goes to sleep. And sometimes I need to just show him how the darkness of humanity can come out in the news, and how I can educate him about fake news and to not trust necessarily what even someone says to him, what even a father says to him, even what he reads online. Like, he can see a fascinating story on Yahoo about diarrhea being something that's passed down from father to son, how it's a hereditary tendency. And then I can explain to him that it can run in his genes. And then I can explain what a dad joke is. It's when a joke becomes apparent, and then he will not trust me. He will trust the words and the meaning, but not just me. He'll have to think, and he'll have to hate me a little bit. because I will have made him groan, and I will schadenfreude and enjoy the suffering of my humor, the weight upon him. And I like to bring that into my writing as well, humor. Horror and humor, my favorite. Cabin in the Woods, great movie. Highly recommend it. I'm also enjoying, now that Overlord is done for fantasy anime, Goblin Slayer, reincarnated as a slime, and believe it or not, Sword Art Online Season 3. They all have a kind of odd goblin thing that's going on right now. And I'm appreciating the love for fantasy D&D that's rising in the collective pop culture consciousness. So I hope that my short stories based on the Roll20 sessions are appreciated and enjoyed, and that my novels that take place in the fantasy setting are also enjoyed. I expect to get a rough draft of Valkyrie of Desire done in spring of next year, according to my schedule. So I hope I can get there and get it out. I am releasing Ranger of Path, or I'm hoping to get it in my local library's collection. So crossed fingers there. And I'll talk to you next week.